Good day, everyone. Here is the correction to our last class mock that we did. Basically, let me start from number one without wasting most of the time. Babangida created which two parties? Babangida created two parties, and it was under Babangida in 1993 that we have what we call that hierarchy, DIARCHY. That is the coexistence of both the military regime and the civilian regime. That is, both civilian rulers and the military rulers are coexisting together. It was in 1993, and we have two parties created by Babangida, SDP and NRC. SDP candidate was Moshood Abiola Majekodunmi, and NRC candidate was Alhaji Tofa. Number two, what event in 1995 led to Nigeria's international isolation during Abacha's regime? It was the execution of Kensaruwa. You know, Kensaruwa are the 9 Ogoni people, and they were journalists. So this is what really happened that made them to be executed. Crude oil was discovered in 1956 in Niger Delta, and these people evolved from Niger Delta, all around Niger Delta. So according to the fiscal policy allocation that we were using that time in Nigeria, it says that the amount, or the country, or the state rather, that gives much money to the federal state, to that state is much revenue is going to be given to, because you are the one contributing much more to the what, to our national wealth. So that does not really happen, or that did not happen that time, and these people wrote about it. Because they've written about it, Abacha summoned them and he executed them. So our answer is B, execution of Kensaruwa. Number 3, who conducted the 1998 electoral process for the Fourth Republic? It was Justice Ephraim Akpata. That is A. INEC chairman was, the first INEC chairman was Michael Ani. The first, without wasting much of our time, I will start the correction to our last mock, which is on Saturday. The mock. Without wasting much of our time, I would like to do the correction to the mock that we did on Saturday. Number 1, Babangida created which two parties? Babangida created two parties, that is SDP and NRC. And what brought about this? It was because of the diarchy that was introduced by Babangida. Diarchy means the incorporation or the coexistence of both military and civilian rule in the country. And it was firstly introduced by Babangida because Babangida want to migrate from military to civilian that time. So he created two parties. And SDC candidate was Moshood Abiola Majekodunmi, while the NRC party candidate was Alhaji Tofa. So I wouldn't want to say much on that because of our time. Number 2, what event in 1995 led to Nigeria's international isolation during Abacha's regime or rule? It was because of the execution of Kensaruwa. Who are the Kensaruwa? They are the 9 Ogoni members. They were journalists, and they came from Niger Delta jurisdiction. And don't forget, in 1956, crude oil was discovered in Niger Delta, and there was a fiscal policy allocation that says that the more your states contribute to the national wealth of Nigeria, the more revenue that will be allocated to them. So basically, during the time crude oil was discovered, much money was coming, or let me say, Niger Delta contributed much more to the national wealth of Nigeria. They contributed much more to the national wealth of Nigeria. And according to that fiscal policy, they should be given much more revenue. So the revenue given to them that time was not really enough, and these journalists wrote about it. While they wrote about it, Abacha summoned them and he executed them. And that was what made Nigeria to be, expelled. Are you getting now? From even Commonwealth and some other international organizations for abusing of human rights. So, number 3, who conducted the 1998 electoral process for the Fourth Republic? It was Justice Ephraim Akpata. Don't forget, even before INEC, we have FEDECO. FEDECO was created in 1978-1979 by Obasanjo when they want to transform from military to civilian. And that was when we had first executive president in this country, Shehu Shagari, in 1979. The first chairman of Fedeco was Michael Ani, and the first chairman of INEC was Ephraim Nwosu, followed by Ephraim Akpata. So the one that conducted 1998 electoral process for the Fourth Republic was Ephraim Akpata. Answer is A. Number 4. How many political parties were created for the 2003 election? It was 30 political parties. 30 political parties. Number 5. Who were the first set of Nigerian newspaper publishers? They were liberated Africa emigres. That is C. Number 6. When did sectional undercurrent first appear in the Nigeria press? It was 1922. That is under Clifford Constitution. And don't forget, Clifford Constitution was the first written constitution in Nigeria. First written constitution in Nigeria. Number 7. How many legislative council seats were allocated for Lagos in 1923? Don't forget, for the people that did not attend the tutorial, I made mention of this in our tutorial on Saturday, that Clifford Constitution was made for the Southern people. It was made for the Southern people. And why? It was because of the elective principle that was introduced, and we have what we call adult suffrage. And there were restrictions to be people that can contest that time. You must have earned £100 and you must have lived in the country for 12 months. So the people that qualified during the time were Southerners, that is 3 from Lagos and 1 from Calabar. So basically 3 seats were allocated to Lagos and 1 seat was allocated to Calabar. So Northern was ruled that time. They were ruled. Northern were ruled that time through what we call proclamation. Proclamation. Please, if anything is not clear to you, put it in the comment section. I am going to attend to it. Number 8. Who founded the West Africa Pilot in 1937? It was Nnamdi Azikiwe. That is C. Number 9. The Nigeria Tribune was founded by Obafemi Awolowo. Number 10. Which NCNC leaders were mentioned as the top tiers or top figures? Don't forget, NCNC was created by Macaulay. It was even the same Macaulay that created NNDP, but he was also the one that created NCNC2 in 1944. While when he died in 1947, Nnamdi Azikiwe, who was the general secretary of the party, became the chairman of the party. That is, our answer is B, Macaulay and Azikiwe. Number 11. What action enhanced NCNC popularity in 1945? I made mention of this in our class on Saturday, too, that nationwide protests happened in 1945 in Nigeria, and it happened in 1948 in Ghana. And who led it? It was Azikiwe that led it. So our answer here is D, supporting general strike. Number 12. What was the effect of the 1945 Lagos municipal election? Number 12 answer is B, intensified ethnic anti-party. Number 13. Which 2 regions were created from 1948 to 1954? Don't forget, Richard Constitution introduced regionalism in 1946. So from 1946 upward, we have regions. So our answer is B, North, East, and West. Number 14. Dash declared in 1947 that Nigeria is not a nation. It was Obafemi Awolowo that declared in 1947 that Nigeria was not or is not a nation. Number 15. When was Ziki's 6th movement inaugurated? It was inaugurated by Nnamdi Azikiwe in 1945. Number 16. Dash and Dash was the twin goal of Nigerian nationalism. Please, whenever you hear about nationalism in Nigeria, it has 2 purposes. Number 1 is independence, and number 2 is national unity. That is, our answer is C. Number 17. What alliance was formed to prevent NCNC from forming central government in 1954? It was Action Group and Northern People Congress. That is B. Number 18. When did Western and Eastern region gain full internal self-government? I would like to make a kind of self-explanatory on this aspect. Don't forget, a meeting was held in Lagos in 1953, and in that meeting, one of Action Group member, whose name was Anthony Enaoro, raised the motion in 1953 that Nigeria became self-government in 1956. But during the meeting, one northern representative, according to history, Ahmedu Bello, said as soon as practicable, so far we are not capable enough to rule ourselves, let the European master continue ruling us. And because of that meeting and what happened in that meeting, it led to what we call Kano riot in 1953. So basically, the West and East later gained self-independence in 1957, while the Northern gained in 1959. So our answer here is C. Our answer is C, 1957. Number 19. When did Nigeria witness its first military coup? The first military coup in Nigeria was held in 1966, January 15. And the person that ushered the coup or that staged the coup was Major General Cardinal Chukwunwa Eziogu, and he ushered in Aguiyi-Ironsi. Number 20. Who became Nigeria's first military head of state? I think I've mentioned that. Johnson Aguiyi-Ironsi. And answer is C. Number 20. 21. Who led the Biafra forces after Ojukwu fled to Abidjan? It was Philip Effiong. Please, that's a mistake, not Philip Efficient. It is Philip Effiong. Philip Effiong. Number 22. Which decree did Aguiyi-Ironsi promulgated in May 1966? It was Unification Decree 24, which turned Nigeria from federal state to unitary states. So our answer is A22. Number 23. Number 23. Permit me, please. When did counter coup against Ironsi occur? The counter coup against Ironsi occurred in 1966, rather, July 29. July 29. Number 24. Who led the second military coup? It was Muritala Mohammed and Danjuma, then Martin Adamu. So our answer is C24. Number 25. When the Yakubu Gowon became head of state, even though the coup was staged in 29 July 1966, Yakubu Gowon did not become the head of state or resume office not until 1st August 1966. So our answer is B25. Number 26. Where was the first military meeting held outside Nigeria? That was Aburi Conference, which was held in Ghana, Accra, Ghana, 1964. So our answer is Accra, Ghana. Our answer is A. Number 27. When did Gowon create 12 states? Gowon created 12 states in May 27, 1967. Yes. Number 28. When did Nigeria Civil War begin? Nigeria Civil War began 3 days after Gowon created 12 states. That is May 30, 1967. 29. Who accepted Biafra War's surrender in 1970? It was Olusegun Obasanjo, because Biafra was started in July 6, 1967, and it ended in January 15, 1970. So number 30. What major reform did Muritala Muhammad introduce? It was civil service purge, because under Muritala Muhammad and Obasanjo, they sacked over 11,000 civil servants because they were considered incompetent. So number 31. How many states were created by Muritala? It was 7 states in February 3, 1976. So number 32. Who was the head of the interim government? That is, everybody knows that is Ernest Soneko, right, in 1993. So number 33. The acronym INEC stands for Independent National Electoral Commission. That is C. Number 34. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo became the civilian president of Nigeria on the platform of which party? That is People's Democratic Party, PDP. B. Number 35. Bronze casting was peculiar to which culture name? That is Benin. Number 36. Which of the following is not part of the layered system that was found in pre- and early modern Nigerian market structure? We do regional first in Nigeria, we do local daily, we do long distance. And what is D? We do not do international commerce. It is introduced by the Europeans. Number 37. Which among the following is not part of the wide range of informal financial arrangements in place of formal banks and indigenous market system in Nigerian society? Our answer is forward contracts. That is C. 38. Which ethnic group adopted 4 days? Everybody know that is Igbo, right? 4-day periodic market system. 39. The macro policy shocks of the 1980s affected local markets and traders in what way? It changed price structure and exposed local producers to cheaper products. Our answer is B. Number 40. Which of the following was not adopted by local market institutions in reacting to macro policy interventions in the indigenous market system? Our answer is monopolization of trade units. Please, If you are coming across my channel for the first time, I implore you to please subscribe, turn on your bell so you'll be notified anytime I release new video or clip. Share to others, subscribe to my channel, and follow me. If there's anything that is not really clear to you, please in the comment section. I'm going to take my time to attend to them. Thank you so much.